Hey guys, we're doing this introduction at the end of the video because I forgot to do one in the beginning. I'm sitting here with Chris from Cazam Kitchens. I did this project back in April this year, so a few months ago. We've caught up to share our experiences, to see where he's at, and to bring to you some of our findings. So stay tuned and see how we go. Well, this is our first one, so thank you for having us here. Sure. And I'm going to always look back on this one and just remember how good you've been to me, and then how kind you've been, but also the learnings that I'm going to have from this. So thank you for agreeing to get on.
You're welcome.
It's taken us 2 weeks and then 2 months.
2 months.
You've been busy.
2 months.
Tell me a little bit about what you've been doing and how that's been.
I think us and everyone else in the industry, it's the time of the year, not the time of the year, it's a seasonal period where everyone's kind of just been swamped.
I know.
In one period.
Yeah.
So a lot of jobs got sold last year.
Yes.
A lot of promises were made by clients to kind of lock people in.
Yes.
And after COVID, after, you know, a lot of things going sour for a lot of companies, people started to get like a little bit antsy with their money.
Okay. So things slowed down.
Yes, things slowed down. People were putting a little bit of money up front to lock their jobs in, promising the world, but then where's the rest of it to get it going? So
crappy follow.
Yeah, and it's not just us. I mean, everyone we talk to in the industry, I'm sure you've spoken to other people too, they just have been swamped out of nowhere. And it's everything was allocated for its periods, and now everything's just crossing over.
Yeah, I feel like anybody who'd scheduled their work and who had planned...
Scheduling's gone out the window. There's no scheduling anymore.
They'd planned their work and said, oh, this year's looking like this. It had completely gone out the window. Do you find that COVID and what happened through there is still kind of like filtering itself out of the system?
So I think this year is where our industry is feeling the pinch of the whole COVID effect.
Okay. So it's been a number of years
well, early
now.
days with COVID, the builders had felt it. There was 2 weeks where people couldn't work on job sites.
Yes.
The builders copped it the first couple of years.
Yeah, they copped the brunt of it, you're right.
The aftermath of that is now these smaller contractors like us copying it. And it's dealing with the people that did get affected in COVID.
Yeah, sure.
They started to get tighter with their money. The banks started to tighten up on them. So, to be honest with you,
just
every month for the last 12 months, we've just become debt collectors. We'll spend the week chasing people up that are overdue on payments.
Well, that's been interesting because we were speaking before we got on the interview that others also are finding the same thing. Their job has shifted from manufacturing cabinetry to almost debt collection in many ways.
Yeah.
Because you've done a lot of the work and no one just has the money or doesn't want to part with the money.
Well, no one has the money. So the issue is the people who were cashed up.
Yep.
They've paid for their job.
Yeah, sure.
They've already paid for it and they want it straight away. Yeah. And then you've got everyone else who doesn't have the money.
And are they the bulk of the clients?
They're the bulk of the clients. They're either on contracts or with payment terms.
Yes.
And they're the ones who will drag on their jobs, and all the payments are based around when they get paid. So if they don't get paid, we don't get paid.
So you're at their mercy.
We're at their mercy. And then, what will happen is we can put a claim in for a month, but, we won't get paid till 30, 60 days after we put that claim in. It's due in 30 days.
And you've just got to
30 days comes, and then every week we're just, trying to get our money out of it. But it's too late. We've already done the job.
And so that's costing you?
Costs us money, yeah.
And what can you do as a company or a business to shortcut that if you can't shortcut it, can you shortcut it? And if you can't, can you do anything about it so that you're not waiting as long?
Yeah, we can shortcut it.
Yeah.
So this is where it gets more playing with people,
as opposed to systems, perhaps.
Exactly. So there's systems that can be put in place
and we'll touch on that a bit later.
To eliminate it or to get ahead, to not fall into the same trap every month.
To make the organization profitable.
Yeah, correct.
But it's all well and good on paper in systems, provided they're paying.
Exactly.
Right? So,
but without systems in place, it's more getting people to understand that there's a different way to do things.
Sure.
Not everything is like 20 years ago. Yeah.
Of course.
You get a deposit, you go and order material, you do the job, you get paid at the end.
Yeah.
You have to bet 9 times out of 10, no one's going to pay at the end.
Would you say they were the good old days?
They were the
when
good
it used to work like that?
Yeah. Well, I was a little little monkey running around cleaning edging.
So you've always grown up in this space.
Yeah. But now it's about finding that balance between getting a job started.
Yes.
Working out suppliers and when they can, how far you can push them out
Yeah, okay.
without, getting in their bad books, and when you can receive money from everyone else. And they're making it work within that. And a lot of it is people's mentality of how things work too. So putting systems in place is one thing, but then it's getting people out of bad habits.
Did COVID make those bad habits amplified? Do you think it made those bad habits worse?
No, it just made people less proactive and more reactive.
Okay.
So it's one thing you find with...
I know we use those words a lot.
With people now is everyone is usually more reactive than proactive.
Yeah.
And it comes with a new generation of the workforce as well, who is admittedly a bit more lazy.
Yep.
So unless there's someone on everyone's case micromanaging,
not much happens.
Not much happens.
And then talk about being a micromanager. Is that your style? Is it a style that you have to adopt to get things done? And like, do you like it if you do it, or do you think there's another way?
It used to be my style.
Yeah.
I went away for a bit.
Yeah.
Queensland.
How long were you gone for?
I was gone for 12 months.
Yeah.
Still in the business.
Yes.
The difference was I wasn't here at everyone's beck and call.
And so we're based here in Melbourne. You'd gone to Queensland.
So
there was a big amount of distance over a 12-month period of time.
Correct.
Now, anyone watching, I know the backstory because I've spent time with Chris, but share with us what happened to you in that 12 months and how did that perspective shift affect when you did come back to Melbourne, to the family business? What did you bring with you? Because you were a micromanager before.
Yeah.
How did that shift for you? What did you learn in the absence?
Obviously, distance forced us to kind of make it work.
Of course.
Admittedly, I'd been back and forth between Melbourne, let's say once a month, once every 3 weeks.
Yes.
But everything in between there, because the workers knew that I wasn't there, that there were things that I couldn't possibly help them with, they had made it work.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd still get all the phone calls, but the answer was, what can I do from here?
Figure it out yourself.
You go and do it.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, everything that I was involved in at the time ran a little bit more smoothly.
Yeah, you've said that. That's unreal and awesome.
But it's a habit of people. If they see someone there that is able to help them, they'll run at any opportunity that they get. When they know that he's not here, I have to make it work. They'll make it work until they really fail, and then, okay, I'll get involved.
So that gives you back more time where they've actually tried to troubleshoot, they've tried to fix, instead of just
productivity on my end in terms of business management and whatnot was, a lot more productive than now.
While you were away?
While I was away.
Yeah.
So coming back, I've been back since the start of the year. It's gone back to square one. People see me here. So my mentality while I was over in Queensland, I got to the point where I realised I don't need to be involved in every little issue, every little problem, every little detail. As long as people know what they're doing. And admittedly, I had the time then to plan for people properly.
So
I adopted that mentality coming back. The issue is people saw it very differently. They said, he's here, he's back.
No, that's interesting.
Let's milk him for everything,
Yeah, right. He's here, he's there. Like, let's just ask him questions because he's physically present. Yeah. Does that ever allow you to think, geez, I really wish I could withdraw again and go back to how it was? Or does that mean you'll actively do something to get back to that position?
So,
where you can remove yourself, still run daily operations, but from a zoomed out, removed perspective.
Well, that's what our plan is. Our plan has been that over the last 12 months.
Yes.
That's how we met, actually.
Exactly right. Like, so
we met over the phone while I was in Queensland.
And, I wasn't aware of that.
And this, when I got in contact with you, I was aware of the situation I was coming back to.
And it was Christmas.
It was Christmas time. Yeah. I already knew I was moving back here.
Okay.
And the mentality that I wanted to be stepped out, still have control, stepped away from detailed operations, that's what I was coming back for. So I said, all right, how can I do that?
Yeah.
We need new systems, new procedures and processes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we looked at Jobman.
Awesome.
Jobman looked fantastic, but again...
They all look good?
They all look good. Admittedly, we had meetings with a few other companies.
And please, just so anybody watching would know, you'd also spoken to others at the time. It wasn't just Jobman. You'd spoken to other softwares.
Yeah, so other softwares, there was Oracle, who NetSuite, which they had, and the other company was, I've forgotten them now, but they were another,
big,
global,
sizable,
big international company. And the issue with them was the amount of dollars they wanted up front.
Yeah, so cost.
And there was no backing of what they could do for a joinery manufacturer, which is, you ask any person in our industry that has a manufacturing business in joinery, they think there's no one else in the world that does the same thing as them.
Yeah.
And it's not true. We all have the same problems in a different way,
Yeah.
but it's a very niche
Sure.
manufacturing industry.
I've been around enough to see everyone thinks like that they're manufacturing.
Yeah,
It's
everyone
like,
thinks,
this is the holy grail.
No way anyone else
You
has
know,
this
like, I
problem.
do it my way. No, guys, at the end of the day, like, you all do it in a very similar
Correct.
fashion. But
Yeah.
it was great to have a software which was tailor-made for the industry.
Correct.
And then speak to me a little bit about, you had support with us, boots on ground, we call it.
Yeah.
And I think that for you was like a game changer.
So early days,
Yeah.
we'd had discussions or demos from Jobman.
Yeah.
It didn't sell it to me.
Yep.
So my first question was, what's implementation like? Response, there is none. But hey, there's this guy, JP, he's based in Melbourne. I said, perfect, I'm moving to Melbourne, I'll get in contact with him.
Yeah.
So that's where I made the phone call to you.
Yeah.
And we took a punt. Look, at the end of the day, everything's a risk.
100%. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, we went ahead with you with the risk in mind that it may or may not work.
As always with an implementation. And you tried something before and spent a significant amount of money.
Years ago we had. And I guess that's where the hesitation came from. That we've done it before, it failed, it didn't work, and it was money down the drain.
And that's how it would feel, right? Like, it's sunk cost, it was money in the wind, just gone.
And being in an operational part of the business, you always think you don't have time for anything that is not day-to-day operations related.
Yeah.
So
it can wait, sure.
So again, going back to that mindset of how I was in Brisbane, where I had to detach myself. That's where, it came to me that, all right, for anything to work, it needs time. There's a million problems, they're going to be there every day. Just have to work out a way to deal with the problems and make the changes in the business. So yeah, we contacted you. We had our little brief discussion and just went ahead with it.
Yeah, so we came, we sat in your office downstairs, we went back, we tried to figure it out for you. And then there was also like a little break before we began. And then we powwowed it through the Easter break. And so that was good. It was dense. Do you remember how you used to go home some of those days?
Well, I never spent as much time inside a closed office with anyone in the span of 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks.
And we'd set a hard and fast deadline and we got there. You used to go home like with these probably headaches.
Yeah.
Talk about that, because it wasn't like a normal headache. We were really pushing our limits and thinking of things differently. You know, like the back of your hand, how to take care of the boys, how to run the operation, but actually stopping to think about it is a whole different thing.
It's a whole different thing. And
how do you describe that to someone who hasn't actually sat down?
Well, it activates a different part of your brain that I feel I never used before, which is, I know everything we do. I know it back to front.
100%, like the back of your hand.
But then the point of difference is when you put it on paper, you say, this is a very ugly cobweb. Let's untangle it.
Yeah,
so
let's start.
I guess the biggest part for us was, unraveling that cobweb, putting it out on paper or on boards all across the room.
And I was pleased to walk into Chris's office. It's been a number of months now, and it's still, my work is still graffitied on the wall. So that was lovely. It's still on the whiteboard.
It's a mural now.
Yeah.
So that was the hardest part, was basically picking apart all of our processes and having them laid out in front of us.
Yep.
It makes you realise we've got so many gaps. There's a lot of cracks, a lot of gaps. Not that it's broken, but there's a lot of room for improvement.
Definitely.
And
I guess showed you things that you're doing well.
Correct. Yeah. And the biggest benefit to us was, having a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah.
You're able to point out things that we can't see just because we've done it for so long.
Yeah, sometimes to us, it's like blatantly obvious, but because you've just done it that way. Talk about how you currently measured, and it was cabinets and sheets.
Yep.
And that you were trying to transition to time-based.
So units of measurement was one thing. Profit margins was another thing. So obviously the business has been around almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And I guess there have been things from day one that have just stuck.
What was the normal productivity measure? What would Joe look at it and say, okay, that was a productive day?
Yeah, so productivity measurement was how many boxes were made or how many flat sheets were cut. Yeah. It was an easy unit of measurement, but it was very average, very vague. There was a lot of variable to it, which it wasn't taken into account. So our whole point of, engaging in Jobman, getting the procedures, put them in front of us.
Written on paper, on
let's
a board.
relook at it.
Yeah.
The whole point of it was to really have some kind of transparency into our productivity.
Yeah.
we've been running 30 years on an average productivity rate,
yeah,
but
sure.
how accurate is it? No one knew. So the whole purpose of it was accuracy.
Yes.
Accuracy, transparency, and clarity. And I guess that in turn will allow us to make more informed decisions. It's hard to make a decision when you're guessing. And that's, I feel that's what we've done before you came and opened up my eyes.
Yeah. So would you say like a result of that is now that things are clearer, you're better informed to make better decisions?
Correct, yeah.
At least that is the process.
Yeah.
And then you spoke about, and before we got on camera, there was people who you thought would have been resistant to it. Either family or internal members who'd been around forever. And you were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Well, it's an issue we've had in the past where, again, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So there's some old dogs around here.
Of course.
But they're great.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been here for years.
Yeah.
They're part of the furniture here. But change has always been the hardest factor in getting them to do anything. So it's their way or the highway. And admittedly, they've been the ones who've been more on board with the changes of Jobman.
Why do you think the change management of those who you would have initially thought were the hardest has actually they've been some of the best staff?
Well, they were probably more invested in the old way of doing things.
Yes.
Whether it was they had an input in methods that were set up,
yes,
in softwares that were used,
yes,
in Excel sheets that were used.
Yes.
It was probably a guess on my part,
yes,
and a false guess that they're going to be emotionally attached to it. They're not going to want to let go of what they've created or done in the past. So, but I was completely wrong. And I guess there's probably a big selling point for
any system, right?
For any system, any company, any software that they engage is, change works. Change is good.
Yes.
People like change as much as you think you're going to turn people
they're resistant to it.
People love it.
Do you also think it was important because we brought in some of those key figures initially who we thought were going to be a roadblock and made sure they were a part of the process that we were creating?
I think that was an important part, that they were aware of what was to come.
Yes.
That they had some kind of hope, some light at the end of the tunnel.
Their job was going to be easier.
They were heard. And I guess there was no other way to put it to them other than, we're doing this to help you.
Yes.
So tell us what you think. Tell us, how you feel about it. Quite frankly, I don't care how they feel about it, but
we're going to do it.
We want your input regardless. Yeah. Since we're doing it, you might as well be on board. So they're the ones who took it the best. Yeah.
And it's helped you with day-to-day operations. So you were running a multi-million-dollar project. It's definitely helped make that project profitable or more easily to report on.
A lot easier to report on.
Yep.
A lot better in terms of having insight as to where we're at. So that's a key part of all of our projects, is knowing exactly where we're at any point in time. Because as you're aware, these big projects and
it was a big one, right?
Can change day to day or week to week, quite vastly in terms of what's required. So having that ability to see what's happening, make a decision, inform the client when they ask, because the last thing you want is to be telling them, that's what we're doing, but you've got something completely different. And another bonus has been, we've recently engaged an afternoon shift.
Yeah, awesome.
Just to work on this project, and they're solely using Jobman to
run that project,
to log all their tasks. So I'm able to go home and see what's happening at night without having any management here.
And are you still active at night, or you're active, but you're just tracking what the progress is?
Just tracking, just to
see,
just to make sure there's no downtime at night, because we've had years where we've engaged afternoon shifts. You don't know what's happened. You come the next morning, it's like a bomb's gone off. So we're able to track it, report accordingly, and have that plan for the next day for the guys in day shift. So it's working quite well.
And I don't know if you're allowed to share this, and I'm going to ask you for dollar value, but size of project, apartments-wise, there's quite a few apartments on this particular project.
There's over 600 apartments.
There's over 600, and the system is capable of...
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
It was a bit of a...
Initially
a struggle to get it there.
I remember.
Get it set up.
There was lots of work orders.
I think
and
Jobman's come a long way since then, and I know there is bigger things
lot more to go
in the pipeline.
Yep.
But definitely, it's been able to handle it. I mean, it's given us the confidence that, okay, this is probably the biggest job we've done.
It's definitely huge.
We started at the harder end of the scale. We know that anything we throw in there, it
is
will,
easy.
Yeah, it'll run through. So.
And does it feel like, therefore, it was money well spent when you look at it through that 100%.
perspective? Yeah, like anything you have to look at, it's an investment.
Yes.
So, You look at the time spent
Yeah.
and the money spent,
Yep.
and what's the return going to be? If it's given me a bit of peace of mind, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
So anybody watching this who says, I don't have time to sit with him to give him what he needs, I don't even know where to begin, what would you say? Because you're awesome in the sense, there's always one at every company, and probably this video is for them, who says, I'm going to champion this and make it happen.
The hardest part about Jobman is making that decision before you dive into it,
Yeah.
that I am going to commit to it.
Yep.
And it's a commitment that you need to make. It's like a marriage,
Simple.
for example.
Yeah.
Go to the altar, you've thought about it, you've got engaged, just go and get married and make it work.
Yeah.
And that's it. So once you do commit to it, you allocate the time you need to do it, you will reap the rewards of it. And it doesn't matter whether it's Jobman, any other system, any other process in life.
It's the same.
Without commitment, you don't get the reward. So to anyone else that's having that doubt, or
the uncertainty of
having the uncertainty,
I need time, or like, geez, I wouldn't know where to begin.
Whether you've had enough information on Jobman or any system, you can research all you want, but what it comes down to is how much time you're willing to put in to get out of it. Because the more time you put in, the more you get out of anything, and you'll get to a point where you've put in enough time where everything else now is you can slowly build on it.
Yes.
And it's as much as I can tell anyone. I mean, it's not.
Has it helped you in giving more time to spend more time? You've got a beautiful young daughter and a young family. Has that given you, and I know that you're really busy at the moment, but has it given you back some more time? At least if it hasn't given you back hours, has it given you peace of mind while you are at home?
It's given me the peace of mind.
What's it done for you as a person? And the real value of the system is that, in my opinion.
So for me, the real value of the system is not just my time after work.
Of course.
Again, being in Queensland and coming back here, being detached from the business has allowed me to be able to go home
100%.
and detach. Because
you're really good at that.
a problem will be there the next day. There's no point, losing sleep over it.
I remember.
But what makes the difference and what makes my life easier
for you
is being able to open up Jobman, for example.
Yeah.
And where are we right now?
Sure.
That's where we are. The client's asking me, that's where everything's at.
Yes.
Who have I got? That's who I've got.
Yeah.
What are they doing? That's what they're doing.
So it's that knowledge.
It's having the answers to the questions.
At any time.
At any time. So the guesswork is taken out of it.
Okay. And that's worth its weight in gold?
It is, yep.
Because you have an answer ready to go all the time. And it's accurate live.
It's accurate.
Yeah, okay.
That's probably the difference there, that it's accurate.
It's accurate.
We've used systems in the past where we can run the same report every week.
Yep.
On the same week, and you'll get a different number every time. And you ask each person, why is it like this? Oh, but it doesn't have this, and this.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, but you should have added that. Oh, but you need to delete this. So the beauty of Jobman is you don't need to do that.
So it's been consistent.
If it's there, if the number is there, it got done. If the number is not there, it didn't get done.
Okay.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot more depth to it.
100%, like anything.
Yeah, and over time, we'll have a lot more things incorporated into Jobman to be able to fully be reliant on it. We're heading there. We're in that direction at the moment. So.
And what's the rest of the year looking like for Cazam? Using the system, and I know that your load is increasing. You have people away.
Yeah.
The issue of staff coming and going.
That will never go.
That will never go?
No. The issues of staff will always be there.
Yeah, they'll always persist.
Unfortunately, that's probably the hardest thing with any business.
People?
Is people.
Any advice on that? From a young man who's come up in manufacturing, who's been distant and then come back, is there anything that you've learned that you're like, I wish somebody would have told me this earlier?
There's no one that isn't replaceable. So
you included. So you down, you'd say?
Me included.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been in situations in the past where you'll have one rotten egg, and we think we can't afford to let them go because we don't have anyone else. Everyone's replaceable, and it doesn't matter how important that egg was. Everyone can be replaced, and people find the way to make it work when there's people not there, people away.
What makes it hard to let go of somebody when you should? Because we've all been there where we've had a staff member and we're like, they're just there, but we know they should go, but there's something in us.
So again, it's commitment to clients, and it's not having the right information. So when you don't have clarity on a job, for example,
what role, that particular person you're thinking of right now, what role do you think they assumed, or do you recall they assumed?
It's in every role, actually.
It's in every role?
Yeah, from office management down to machine workers.
Because I found that in project management, it can be quite difficult because it's such an integral piece.
Project management is yes and no. In the past where we've let them be autonomous, it has been an issue. But you know, we're at a point now where everyone has someone above them.
Awesome.
Or everyone has someone who kind of knows.
Responsible for them.
Yeah, correct. So the management isn't more of the issue. Yeah. We've had bigger issues being reliant on factory staff.
Sure.
Just because of the labour that's available these days. We've been scared to let go of someone
100%.
because a pair of hands is worth more than a brain.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But you do realise that whether they're there or not, you'll make it work. And then again, having the clarity and the insight into where you're at,
has that helped?
You can make a decision that I thought I need 10 people down there.
Sure.
You know what? I can get away with 8 people. I don't need the extra two. What have we got the extra two people?
So having that system and knowing that has given you the confidence, you would say?
It will give the confidence to do it. Yeah, definitely.
Because you already know what decision you've got to make. Like there's this innate gut feeling that says, I've probably got to get rid of one or two. And there's a few stragglers there on the line riding the wave. But having the system says, I feel like they should go. This is telling me I don't need 10. I can
They do have to go.
Therefore, they do have to go.
Correct.
Decision made.
The decision is they're affecting the profit margin.
Yeah.
Profit margin's been affected. I'm outlaying costs for 2 or 3 extra people when, you know, we've allowed this much on a job. And because that information is there. I mean, once you get Jobman running from scratch, you know, from the get-go, quoting through it and then pushing that job. Way. Yeah, and I guess the flow is a big thing.
Huge.
Once you break it down and get used to understanding how the flow is important in terms of how the whole job runs through, you understand. The allowances are there for a reason. Quoting's there for a reason. All the little, you know, all the little things that are inputted into it, you may think they're relevant, they become relevant.
Somewhere
Somewhere
along that line.
But you only figure that out sometimes when it's too late. So the good thing is it doesn't have to be too late. You can see it from the start.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And to any staff who are watching this and said, I don't want to be those 2, is there things that the system brings out in people that shows you, for example, how productive they have been or draws recognition to those who are doing well?
Yeah, so the few people that have, because we're not running our whole business through, or not every staff member. It's a progressive thing. So we've got probably, I'd say 20 to 30% of our staff constantly, you know, recording their tasks through Jobman and using it. And the ones that are using it, I think they feel that they've got direction. And it's a big thing when there's so many...
got direction. That's awesome.
It's a big thing when you've got such a, you know, varying schedule, such a varying...
Labor force.
I know. Where, you know, it's very easy to get confused or pull people to do, you know, from left, right, and center. And as a worker, you'd hate it. You want to be able to focus on the job you've got, know what's coming ahead, kind of mentally plan for it. So it's given those people the ability to, okay, I know what I have to do. It's in front of me. I don't have to leave what I'm doing to go ask anyone because I need the information. It's there. I don't need to call anyone.
So like the systems helped you figure out your workflows, do you think it's also helped those people flow individually a lot better?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it eliminates the guesswork.
That's awesome.
They know
just
who's done what before them and what they've got coming up after them.
So it's an easier process.
Correct. Yeah. And again, our old systems were, that's what's next.
Now.
That's not true.
Yeah, sure.
I know it's there, but don't follow it. So
wait for the next instructions.
Don't have that problem now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which is a great thing.
Closing remark for anybody who's sitting on the fence saying, I know I should do it, but... Because there's like so many people out there, like you were once.
Yeah, I was.
And, you know, and we've all been that person.
Well, it took me 2 years to I researched for 2 years, to be honest.
Yeah, so 2 years of research.
2 years of research, and then it took one conversation for me to dive into
One conversation, and then I think 2 months from the first conversation to doing it.
Yeah.
What would you take away from that? What would you share with somebody who said, yeah, I'm going through what you're going through?
I wish I'd done it earlier.
Yeah.
Because there's been times where I've had a lot more time. And I guess
natural progression, right?
The biggest part of implementing anything new is the time involved.
Yes.
And money won't do that. You can pay anyone that's sold you something.
100%.
But they don't know your business like you do. It takes your time to work.
None of us ever will. We can only learn what you give us.
Yeah, correct. So I think time is more valuable than money.
And so you're never going to know when it's the perfect time. It's never going to be the right time.
So there's never the perfect time.
Yep.
It's one thing that a lot of people
I agree.
sit on the fence for that
we
reason.
speak about
is
this
that
so much.
it's never the right time. In any business, business is all about risk.
Yeah.
You've got fires, you're going to have to put out multiple fires at the same time. And at the same time, implement new things to be able to grow. You have to grow while pulling out fires. So you can't, there's a lot of people out there that they're perfectionists, yeah?
We spoke about
when I've
this.
got this perfect, I'll move on to the next thing. No. In business, there's a million fronts that you need to be on all the time.
Do you think that even exists in life?
100%.
That where things will just line up, or that never lines up? You just got to keep going.
No, it's. I think everything comes down to what you put into it.
Okay,
you can't expect life to give you whatever you ask for without you doing anything. And again, it's maybe society now feels a little bit.
You can do that.
Well, you can do that. People feel entitled.
You think you can?
Yeah. The entitlement's there, but no one's entitled.
But the truth,
the truth is, hard work pays off.
Yeah, you want something, get off your ass.
And again,
do it.
For me, Jobman was probably the most inexpensive path. And especially the work we did together.
Yeah, we did.
Very insignificant compared to what I would have paid with other companies which I know would have failed. That were oversold.
Yeah.
So the most valuable part or the most expensive part was my time. But at the end of the day, I had to invest that. To be able to get to where we were.
That's awesome.
The money is nothing. So
that's awesome.
Time is everything. If you're sitting on the fence, just jump in and start swimming.
Just make it happen.
Learn to swim, yeah.
Chris, thank you for having me and the team here today.
Pleasure.
It took us a little bit, but we're here. And thank you for making the time.
Anytime.
Really appreciate it. Thank you to anybody watching this. Hopefully you've got something to learn from it. I think it was very valuable. We can't wait to do the next one and can't wait to check in with you in about another 6 to 12 months to see your progression.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.